All right. Looks like we are live. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day number 5 of us trading on our Express funded account through TopStep. Yesterday we got a little aggressive. Didn't play some bad plays. More or less, just yesterday was one of those days where it almost seemed like um, things just every time we kind of went in, things just went against us. There's those days happen. It does happen. Um, like it's almost pretty much as soon as we every time we entered a trade, things for some reason things just went the opposite direction almost instantly. Um, so ended up stopping out. Didn't hit the full thousand, but got super close to $1,000 stop loss. Um, so we are up $600 or a little bit over $600 total on our account. Let me show you. Um, This is what our account looks like today, $634, which isn't bad. The thing that I want to kind of talk about real quick before the market opens, we're going to be kind of patient today and wait. We got like 30 minutes till market opens. One of the things I want to talk about real quick is the statistics on my trading right now. I don't know what I did with my journal. So let me put this. Let me do this real quick. Let me. I'm going to pull up. I need some notes. Notepad. Yeah, let's do that. So I was thinking about this yesterday, and because I was obviously don't save. So obviously what the heck is this? Let me pull this over here. Okay, so we're gonna let this thing work, and we'll get into trading a little bit in a second here. But so yesterday we were obviously I took a loss, couldn't get things to go with me, and then what I've realized is that we continue to take $1,000 losses. But so I went to look at my stats, looked at my trading journal that TopStep keeps to see like my statistics on how much I'm making, how much I'm losing, and like my win rate, right? So my win rate was 49%, right? And then so current win rate. This is day win rate. So basically, the days that I win versus losses was 49%. So we'll round up to 49%. We'll round up to 50% for simple reasons. Rounded to 50%. So, which is not a bad, honestly, is not a bad percentage, right? So basically what this is saying is, so for every day that I trade, every other day I trade, I'll have a win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. So if I trade for, okay, if I trade days, say I trade a 20, there you go. If I trade for 20 days out of the month, that means I have 10 wins and 10 losses, right? Which, again, not too bad, depending on how much you're making. Because, and then on my statistics, it said my average win day was $1,800. And my average loss, because I continue to lose to stop out, is $1,000. So if you do the math on this, over 10 days, so 1,800, it's pretty simple math, times 10 winning days, that's $1,800, or 18 grand. If you do the losing days, that is equal to 10 grand, right? So you subtract those, that means we lose the 10 grand. So over 20 days of trading, net profit is 8 grand. So I saw these stats and I was like, okay, well, that's not bad. That's not bad. With like at the end of the month, if because the reason I use 20, because 20 is a pretty solid like average for how many days. Usually it's like 22, 21 or 22 trading days throughout the month. So I was like, okay, well, if I keep on the same path that I'm on now, I'll still end up 8 grand in positive. So I mean, to make 8 grand trading a month, it's nothing to be. That's an eight. That's quite near a 6 figure salary, or 6 figure income. I think 83,33 is the amount. So $8,500. You congratulations, you make over 6 figures. Um. So but then I thought, okay, well, number one, I don't like losing that $1,000. Every time I've lost it, when I think about how I feel emotionally about it, I hate it. I'm like, man, like what? It's like one of those things like, why would you do that? Why would you let yourself go into the hole like that? Why would you even do that? So what I kind of thought about was, okay, so this is how we are right now. This is where we're at. This is where we're at now. So a couple things with trading is I have a couple things that I can change. The amount of trading days isn't going to change. That's always going to be about like average wise of what we're trading with. So I could either change my win rate, don't lose as often. So like let's see, what can I improve, change slash improve? So number one, I can change my win rate. For example, I could, and basically if I win, let's see, so if I win 1 out of 5 days, that would not work because we'd be of 20% like that. 20% win rate, no bueno, not, or we could do two. I need to delete this. Yes. Boom. Okay. 2 days, 2 out of 5 equals 40%. And then, of course, keep doing math. So, like 3 out of 5 equals 60%, and so on and so forth. And then, obviously, 4 out of 5 is an 80%. 80 is equal to 80%. So I'm not going to put 100% because like nothing's ever 100%. You're not going to win every single day. But essentially, right now, I'm between 2 to 3 days of wins, right? So if I want to improve, I can. My goal would basically be to be here every week to win 3 to 4 days out of the week and leave one to lose, right? So that's very simple. How does this change? Let's say we go up to where we are 60, our win rate is 60%. That means 3 out of the 5 days of trading we are winning. So that changes this equation up here. We're not changing anything, so we're gonna do $1,800. 60% wins out of 20 trades, or out of 20 days, is 12. Yeah, so 1,800 times 12, and then you have 1,000 times 8. So that's equal to 21,600, and then our losing one would be 8 grand. So our net is 13, oh, 600. So just by increasing our win rate to 3 days instead of basically 2 days, we go from netting 8 grand to netting 13,600, so $13,000. We didn't change anything as far as our loss. We didn't change anything as far as our gain. We just basically changed how many days we won out of the week. 3 out of 5. We took the majority of the week. Um, so that's one way to increase it. Now, what if we didn't change the win rate? What if we stuck with the win rate the same? But what if we changed our the more likely one would be the average loss. So let's say we stuck with our game plan and said our average loss, max loss daily would be $500. If we hit $500, we're out. We're done. We're not trading anymore. So change that to 500, cut that in half. So again, we have from the top, we have $1,800, not changing the win rate, just changing the losses. Then we go from there to, instead of 1,000, we're at 500 times 10 winning days. And instead of losing 10 grand in the month, we're only losing 5 grand in the month, which puts us at net profit 13 grand. So just based on our stats that we're trading with now, just by keeping our our losses minimal, we gain 3 grand potentially. So it's just cool to see the many different ways that we can. Looks like this thing is rocking. It looks like it's just cool to see how the many ways that we can basically stay profitable and improve our trading. Uh, so that kind of leads me into just improving our overall trading. Um, so what can we do moving forward? What can we do moving forward? So what would our goal be? We can try to set goals: 60% win rate, which means win 3 out of 5 trading days. So do number 1. Number 2, we can max loss per day. Stick to that trading plan of $500. Number 3, we could always try to increase our earnings, what we want our winning days. Increase winning days. However, or increase average profit. That's what would be average profit. But to me, I think these first two are more important than the last one. Because if we are focused on keeping to our trading plan of not losing more than $500 in a day and increasing our win rate, again, but say we keep our average of $1,800 on our wins, again, we'll be in this territory. Actually, we'll be in better than that. We will be. Let's just take these two. This last one out. Let's keep the profits the same. If we combine these two, that means we will be basically. Let me copy this. Be similar, but we would have $500 here, so it'd only be $4,500. So our 26 or 21,600 minus $4,500 is 17 grand. 17-1 technically. Um, one. Why did it go with one? So basically 17 grand. So just by keeping our profits the same, of course, so that would mean our profit goal will be $1,800. Um, and basically sticking to our losses right here, the 500, we will essentially be on track to make 17 grand in a month. So, anyways, thought that was kind of cool. We're gonna save this just for like a reference later. Um, Something to kind of pay attention to. But yeah, it's just cool. Something to kind of think about. As we get more confident with the trading, we can try to shoot for bigger wins daily. But if we get consistent with the idea of the 60 like a 60% win rate versus a 50% win rate, it does change the game. So today we're one or so this week we're 1 for 1. So um our goal honestly this week is we're gonna try to get excuse me we're gonna try to make these last 3 days green, full green days. Because if we get if Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we can put together $200 plus of profit, we will we will be eligible to take a payout from the account. So, anyways, that being said, what we're doing, because this is just I'm gonna try to start doing this more consistently to be, I don't know, just get confident with it. We're gonna trade on the back on the micro ES, which means each little tick is worth $1.25, so much smaller risk. And essentially, the whole goal, and this is what I did on Monday, and obviously, I mean, it worked pretty well. Monday, we built ourselves up a cushion with our micros by trading that intraday, scalping it, trying to get some little bit of wins here and there. And then as the day went on, things were starting to look pretty good to where the price action started to develop. And that was when we had a pretty big sell off. So I switched over to the ES, the full S&P futures, and rode those babies down and like just exploded our profits for the day in a good way. So that's kind of, I guess in my mind, I thought about that because there are those days where things wipe out, and those are the days that you want it. Like, I mean, those are the days you can make significant amount of money, but you have to be prepared for them. You can't be stopped out. Yesterday, there was a lot of volatility. We were ranging pretty much all day, but there were opportunities that presented themselves that were like 20-point moves, even 30-point moves for like actually I probably can see it. Look, so yesterday, this was yesterday here. So well, shoot, right off the open, which we're getting close to, right off the open, price consolidated and then dropped, and we went from 5108 all the way down to 5086. Let's see, it's 5108 minus 5086. That's a 22-point move. 22-point move. And if you, let's just like use some hypotheticals. If you caught that move, let's say you just caught 20 points of it times one contract, which is 12.5, you quickly just made 250 bucks. Nice and easy. That's just one with one contract. That's not even right. That math wasn't even right. 20 points times 4 ticks times 12.5. Congratulations, you just made a grand. I knew that didn't sound right. You just made a grand off that one move, off that slide. And that wasn't even the biggest move. We had this skyrocket all the way up. The bottom of this was, and of course, don't expect you to catch the bottom, like the full range of every move, but let's see, this is 5120 minus 5. It was at one point all the way down to 84. 5084. That's a 36-point move times 4 times 12.5. That's an $1,800 move. And if you see it, it did the exact same move all the way back. So right there alone, with just those three moves, if you played them and got some of them, you could have easily made like over 4 grand. So we with that being said, we are going to we're going to work on our trading and be patient with what we're doing, and we're going to trade the micro today and just try to see if we can get some money going, get ourselves in the green, get things going the right direction. Once we get a little bit of a cushion on the trading, we will we'll look over into the to go back and trade the full futures, the S&P future. Um, and wait. Basically, we're just gonna wait for those big. I don't just to keep. I guess in a way to keep myself entertained, and I guess that's what it is. I like the idea. I like to be in the market trading. We'll we're gonna trade. We're gonna try to make some money by scalping. We're gonna be try to make money off the quick smaller moves. But the thing is like I also don't want to be stopped out to where I can't trade and I miss those big moves and can't get in them. So I guess doing this will pretty much prevent me from doing that. Because in order for me to hit my $500 stop loss for the day, I would have to lose 100 points worth of movement on the micro. Very hard. I think I would genuinely have to try to do that in order to stop myself out. So, anyways, we are 6 minutes from market open. I will be right back and we will get started with our trading. All right, back in action. We did top out up here. So I think we're gonna see this thing sell off. Market open. Came up here, touched it once, and then tried to touch up again. So I think we might see some sell off here on market open. Got less than a minute till the market opens, or we could see this thing pump up. Could bust right through this level here. These are levels that were set yesterday. I haven't done too much charting today, so we're gonna kind of stick with we'll kind of go with what the charts say right now. Could be a little pullback. Could just be like a breakthrough here. We'll see what it does. If anything, maybe have it fall back down, create a new trend line. Ooh, you know what I want to do before it opens? Hurry, I gotta hurry. Missed it. Dang it. I literally stood up for 2 sec, walked away for 2 seconds. I was gonna flip a coin, have some fun with it. Was I gonna go retest the moving average there? Um, what was I say? I don't think there's any news today coming out. Let me check real quick. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, nothing, no news today. So honestly, that may be a reason. That may be enough of a reason for things to kind of just gradually climb today. I don't think that'd be a re. I don't think we would. I don't think we would see any. I don't think that'd be enough of a reason for us to just to die and sink all day. So, we'll wait for this move to kind of bottom out, see if it creates like a new low or a slightly higher low, and uh, and then play the upside. Might look to take a short here as it starts to pull back to try to basically get our fit, like try to get a catch the move on the downside. But that was a huge wick. That's a massive wick. So we're gonna go ahead and sell. We're gonna do one contract since it is pulling back, and essentially, like as long as it stays down, as long as we don't get it going up here, we'll be fine. But if it's gonna continue like falling a little bit, then we'll be part of the move. Only in one contract. We're just gonna keep it light. Again, just stack up a couple wins here. We're gonna let this thing work. Again, we do have this. It touched up here, tried to come back up, couldn't quite get as high, so we're back in. Might look to size in if we keep pulling back still. I do think it looks pretty likely that it would at least come down and retest and create a slightly new low somewhere around this area. If we are going to keep this uptrend going, so it kind of sprung up and then came down. So if we're going to follow the current trend, or the most recent trend. Right now, this is what it looks like. This is what our current trend looks like here. What I just did there. But so the green line is our current uptrend. And I guess the other green line was our yesterday's trend, so we can delete this one at least. But so we have our current, what the current trend as of right now, at least the most recent trend. Yeah, I mean everything kind of, we're still in this range from yesterday, so we would need to see this thing break out above these resistance levels to basically let us run for the rest of the day. Which again, I because there's no news coming out, I feel like that is definitely possible for it to kind of break out of this zone and then go up. But what we need to be prepared for is if this is going to range, just still range for the day. I mean, we are at the top of the range, so it could even come down and retest again before moving back up. So just kind of be prepared for either one. Kind of see what it does against this moving average, and also the if it breaks the moving average, we'll let it play down to the trend line. If we can break the trend line, then we'll play it down to the slow moving average. So we'll just have to see what this thing wants to do. We are about to get a cross down on the MACD, and then RSI is coming down as well. So nice pulling back a little bit here. See what it's gonna do. We might take this opportunity to size in. We're back to where we can only trade two contracts. So we our account has to be over $1,500 for us to trade three. So back to trading two maximum. It's a nice pull back here. See if it'll hold. That's a nice little green back too. Might size in here. Maybe not. This thing's pushing back down. Nice push back down. We got like 2 minutes left on this candle. Yeah, the real question is gonna be again, is this gonna hold this trend, or are we gonna continue to range before we take off? That's gonna be what kind of what we got to pay attention to. if this candle stays where it's at, we'll get into a second contract with the anticipation that it's going to come down. It doesn't look like it's obviously buyers are trying to hold it up, and it's not quite able to get back above. So I think I think our initial move is going to be looking more again, kind of favoring more of the downside here. Is it going to be a drastic move? I don't think so. But as long as our RSI is moving down and our MACD is showing downside potential, then we're gonna let this thing ride. See if this thing pumps up again. Let's try. The idea is we want this to stay below this previous candle. Let the sellers take over. Nice. Needed to break the moving average. Needed to break it flush. Earlier it broke down below it and wicked right up, so we need a full break of it if we're gonna strengthen our move to the downside. If it wicks up or if it's gonna break through this level here. It's wicking right up off of it. It hit the same level. Buyers are really keeping this baby up. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. It's not quite done yet. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. Basically just first three candles are a pretty good consolidation right there. We're gonna hold strong, hold it out. Look at that thing coming right back in. So we're gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and size in a little bit. Um, Actually, I'm gonna let it see if it'll push up a little more. Get that slightly better fill. There you go. All right, so now we're in with 2 contracts. This is us anticipating that it's going to continue going down. If it goes against us, it is what it is. We should have to be prepared for that. Again, being that we're trading on the micro, we can kind of kind of tolerate a little bit more of a little bit more loss, just because the amount we're losing is much smaller. So we can be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more risky, I guess you could say. Um, yeah. So if this thing's gonna break down, we're in our full position. We definitely would need some selling pressure to. Oh, let me look at something. I need to find an order. I need to see if I can get an order book here. Let's see, new uh order super dom is maybe what we can look at. So we're gonna go. This thing is like lagging. So we're. Oh yeah. Oh no, we're losing connection. Oh, I'm overloading my computer right now. Oh my. Okay, we go. All right, dude. What is going on here? All right, so this is our move. This is our super dom. What if I can get this thing to squeeze in here? So this is our super dom here. You know what we could do is time and sales. I probably should have like done all this. I don't know how much data I actually have. This is kind of like a constant movement of showing like what orders coming in and going out. Or I don't have a time and sales thing, which I need to see if if I can use that. I don't know if I have that kind of access or that kind of data. But if we're doing this, we don't necessarily need our chart on here. Dude, this thing is struggling. Chart trader, we don't need this on there. But oh, see, but I like the chart trader because I like to see I like to seeing the our level chart. Oh, there we go. That works. So I guess I don't have a time and sales. Like I have it, but there's no data on it. So doesn't really help me. I guess I'm not pulling in that data. Whatever. But we can leave this. This is kind of cool. Kind of messing around with our layout here. Trying to get things look kind of more work for us here. Kind of cool. Got our P&L down here. It's like my Weeble setup, basically. That's cool. Cool. Oh, we haven't fully the market hasn't fully relinquished direction yet. Um, so we are just kind of waiting this baby out. We are full position in. So if this thing just does decide to slide down, we'll be in some good be in a good spot. Um, 5115.75 is our entry point. Moving average is down to 5102. It's about a 13-point move times 2 times 4 times 1.25. So if we at least break down to the slow moving average, we'll get it. That'll be about $135 gain if it does that. If it breaks that, obviously that we could be in no man's land. Um, well, not really. If we break that, we'd be coming down to the 508. That's if it decides to slide. Uh, but again, we're kind of paying attention to if we're done with this range, or if we're because there's no news, it's possible we could continue with the range. Um, I don't know. It's kind of like again, read the charts and react and go with the flow. A lot of selling up here, a lot of buying down at the 11110, the 110s. So yeah, this definitely kind of shows we're not fully. There's a good amount of people wanting the 110s. Solid amount of people wanted 114, 115s. So market's kind of in between right now. We're not fully settled in there. I'm gonna see if I can look up let's see, Ninja Trader, time and sales. Window linking. Let me see how I can get this to work. Because I kind of want to have a time and sales up here too. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to get this thing. Is it gonna break below our trend line here? How do we? Oh, link all. Link. Oh, that's cool. So we do. If I do red, I'm learning something new today. It's great. Red. Oh, cool. All right, we figured it out. This is cool. So now we have our time and sales, which is what I want. I'm trying to fit this baby in here. This is where having multiple monitors could be helpful, but I have my one, and then I have two monitors. I have my actual laptop that's HDMI to my second display. Cool. Am I missing anything on here? Yeah. Okay. So basically just need to see that. I need that. Perfect. So time and sales is there. Cool. Now we got a full view. That's dope. So obviously, if we're gonna see if the so we have our bid and ask up here. You can see how what's also buying all the orders coming in, buying and selling. Um, I mean, this is kind of basically the same as this. You probably get more out of watching this because if you see like a bunch of green, then obviously like things are going up. We see like that, like all that green, all that green, all that green. People are buying in. What we'll want to see obviously is a bunch of red, which means a lot of people are selling off. I'm not sure what yellow is. I think yellow might be breaking even. But that's cool. I just learned something new. I was able to connect all these. And I assume this second little box is my other tab. So kind of wicked right off that trend line pretty nice, like pretty flush. But we are about to get a moving average or about to get our MACD to cross down. Um, so I'm gonna hold and let this thing ride because if it does decide to break and stay in this range, that could be a pretty solid move to this downside here. Or at least because our centerpiece is right here. We're already kind of at that level. The 104 is our level that is kind of where things, well, the center of our range here. So we, actually, this is, let me see what this is. So we're gonna make this kind of easier on ourselves. So I like simple numbers. I think this level is 5120. So our center line is so conveniently the same, almost the same level as our moving average, right at 21 or 5100. So our center line, we're going to change the properties of this one. We're going to change it to, we'll do a little white line. We'll do a dash dot. Let's see. Yeah. So that's our center line of our range. So let's see if it'll test down to our range, and I guess in a way kind of break below it. And then if we break below it, then and that means we could see this thing basically, what is going on? We could see this thing basically fall through the range and retest the bottom here. If not, then we could be following our uptrend. A lot of buying coming in. Yeah. Cool. I'm like really excited that I have this now. I didn't like I guess I knew that it was there, but I didn't really know I didn't know how to connect them to be to be honest. But literally took me a few seconds of just using my brain, my problem solving brain. So technically, we haven't fully gotten a solid moving average break, at least for the fast moving average, the blue line. So that's kind of what we're waiting for to see if it's going to just act as a level support or if we are going to break through and like continue to sell off. MACD did cross down, so that could be a signal. So that's like a one like so. I guess if you want to talk signals as far as so, first signal would be we hit a level of resistance here and stopped out. Um, second second signal would be this the MACD crossing down, and then our third signal would be us to break the moving average. So of course we're a little bit obviously like if you wait for all these exact uh, signals, you may not catch everything or catch the full move. So you are kind of anticipating stuff, which obviously sometimes can go against you, but sometimes it can go with you. So um, that's the whole idea is that by doing this technical analysis and using these indicators, you're anticipating movements and trying to get in at the times that are, in my opinion, getting like, for instance, getting in at the top of a movement, which we got in up here. Um, looks like we are breaking our trend line. This trend line was kind of soft. Um, so to break it doesn't mean too much, only because it's like a very recent trend on a 5 minute and it was pre-market, so there wasn't a crazy amount of volume to really move stuff around. But obviously, we want to see it break, and then if we can get it to if that does break, then we can see this thing continue to just kind of slide down. Um, yeah, I wish I took my boots off this time. Alexa, connect to my phone.
Searching. Now connected to Braden's iPhone.
Dope. Headlights rolling down the highway. Highway. Cigarettes and oceans. It's been a lot of days since I've been so many times. We got a minute left on this candle. Let's see if it stays below the moving average here. I don't know if I would fully consider this a break, but it is because it's like right at it. So we haven't gotten a full firm break, but I think we're close to it. I'd like to see a good amount of red come through here. It's 9 o'clock. See if we can get some selling coming in. A good amount of people interested in the 106s. Just basically below this previous wick. So interested in the 106s. I imagine if we get some 106s, we'll start. Yeah, we're gonna start seeing this thing sell. There we go. At least now we're gonna go try to test this moving average down here. We're gonna hold, like I said, we're gonna hold it out as long as we have, as long as it looks fine. As long as it looks like we have some enough selling staying in there, we'll hold it. And then, yeah, we're basically just gonna kind of wait this baby out, let it ride. I just realized I'm looking at the wrong one. These are the buy and these are the sells. So that's awkward. But there's a lot of people interested. There's a lot of people like looking to buy at these levels down here. So like there's a good amount of interest in the 5102s to buy back in. 503. No, it's I got to run to that dark night. Right. So essentially, if this is the trend we're going to hold on to, we're basically going to kind of wait to see if we can find wait to find the bottom of the move. Um, which, like, from experience of just watching kind of where things go. Again, typically around 10 o'clock is usually when you kind of find a bottom of a move or like a turnaround. So they're going to kind of let this thing work. Again, the question here now is like basically how far is it going to fall if it is going to continue to fall. A lot of buying coming in right there. Good amount of selling just came through on there. That's why, again, I really like having this here because like you can just see, like, I mean, like obviously you see a bunch of red it's selling. Obviously, you see a bunch of green, people are buying. So it's kind of like a very simple visual to have. This song is now sing along, and we are trying to break the moving average here. All right, we have broken it. Question is it going to stay below it? And now look, it bounced right off the midline there. That's wild. So we needed like I can't say this is a level of support, but that is the middle of our range. So I guess it could be a level of support. So we would need to see it break below that to fill the range down. If it does, and we might see it, if it breaks that, we might see it come back down and fill this range at the bottom here to the 508 and retest it. Is being this guitar. Shoot, if we do that, we're good. We're gonna let this baby ride. We're at the 108, so if it falls through the zone, we'll be making 3 grand. Or not 3 grand. $300 because we're on this mini. Shoot, man. Yeah, it looks like this thing is setting up nicely. Nice little fall down here. Get us to break below this midline here. Pretty nice. The question is there anything that's going to catch it? All right, we're going to go ahead and close this. Well, no, we're going to wait. Let's see what this candle does. If it hits back above, 'cause we do want to lock in some profits here. See if it's going to keep falling. No, we'll close it. So we're out of that position. As you see down here, up $142. Pretty dang good. See what this thing does. Going down in the country. Solid trade. I mean, not. I understate that. That was a good trade. That was not a solid trade. That was a very good trade. So we got $142.50 on that trade. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful way to. I think that was a solid move as far as exit goes. Um, Only because, like I said, we hit this range. Did it break the moving average? Yeah, but it again because there's no news. For some reason I just don't feel like it's gonna sink all the way down. Um, so we have our trend line here that just created. What we're gonna be looking for is for this thing to create a bottom to see if this is the full bottom of it. So if we move our trend line down here, say this is our new bottom bounce, then then we'll ride this trend line. If it does break below this one, then that might be we'll have another signal for a downward move. But right now, RSI is getting close to being oversold. MACD is kind of pointed straight down, so still okay. But with this candle pushing up, and look at all this green coming in, we'll probably see the MACD start curling back up, and RSI possibly curl up as well. So we're good. We're like I said, we took a good trade, made some good money. Our drawdown was probably only like $10, I think. So very good R to R. We can actually probably see. Let me see what my original cost was. We sold one. Average price was 115.25. So we were here. 115.25 was our original cost. And then I think our and then our other one was 116.25 divided by 2. 2. Oh man. All right, so our average cost was 15.75. So 15.75. In the very top, I think this is where it moved up. It hit 5119 minus 515.75. That's 3.25 green in the negative times 4 ticks times 2 times 1.25. So that's awesome. So our max drawdown was $32.50. let me bring up my notepad. I like this notepad. It's kind of cool to have up. It's also kind of a good visual too. All right, so that trade average price was 5.75 with two contracts. That was our average price. I don't know why there's an L in there. And then drawdown was 5119. So 5119 minus 5115.75 is equal to. I want to tell me what's good. That's 3.25 points, which is equal to 13 ticks times two contracts, or ticks times 1.25, which is equal to $5 per contract. Wait, is that right? 3.25 points was the negative times 4, which is ticks times 1.25 times 2. Oh, I don't. Wait, 1.2. I didn't type in my calculator right. So that yeah, that math didn't math right. 16.25 on each contract times two contracts equals $32.5 of loss. So our max drawdown was $32.50. Profit was 41, or I think it was 1 4 142.50. So if you do R to R, so our R to R was 32.50 to 14250, which is basically it. So it's like a R to R ended up being a 1 to 4.38. Just over 4. Oh, we broke our trend line. If I was paying attention, saw this thing top out, it probably could have gotten in, but it's whatever. So yeah, that was a good trade. That was basically a 1 to 4 trade. The max drawdown, max we risked was $32, and our gain was $142. Um, a 1 to 4 risk to reward is pretty dang good. So yeah. And again, right now we are just kind of going to. So let's see about. I guess hindsight, if we were paying attention, probably could have once this pulled back, maybe bought into another one and see if it was going to break down. Now it's too late to get into the move, at least for now, until we get some more of a reason to. But RSI didn't quite get so oversold, and MACD is still kind of moving, kind of pointed down. So unless we find a bottom here and start getting like maybe like a little consolidation here, we could see this thing continue going down. Or like I said, this thing could just sit here and gradually fall, but it won't be enough for us to be like confident, like let's take a trade. Or but so we're gonna wait this baby out. It could potentially turn around, um, but since we had one good trade No need to try to force anything right now. Ugh. Uh, so, with that being said, um, I will be right back. I'm gonna take a second, take a break, go grab me something to drink because I'm out of coffee, and we'll be back to trading here in a little bit. So we're gonna take a second. I'll be back. All right, back in action. Looks like we could be possibly finding a bottom here, actually. Nice. So might be looking for an entry long, even to try to play a pullback. Um, the only problem is I don't trade on this part, so I don't really. I know this side's the buy. I gotta be careful because I gotta make sure I do this right. Um, market, yeah, pretty much. We'll wait for. We're gonna kind of see what this candle does. If it kind of, I don't know. It might be a little short, long position. Might be a tad bit premature, but the thing is, if we get the bottom of the move, obviously that's the best way. We'll go on one. And if it falls down below, we can either size in or just ride it with one. Is it gonna wick off of here? Oh no, we got close. Oh wow. Size in. See if it wicks back up. Again, kind of anticipating the bottom of our move here. Honestly, I saw this and kind of thought that would be it, but may not be it. We may close this one for a small loss, which is perfectly fine. We'll see what this thing does. See if it's going to keep falling through the zone here. Looks like it might. Let's see. It's kind of holding up. A good amount of green coming in here. Kind of indecisive. A lot of green coming in right there. We might be good. We might be able to hold this thing. Let's see if it holds. See if it stands strong on here. Looks like people are interested in the 195.75. So got a lot of people interested in the 190, the 96s. Okay. All right. Nice little wick. Look at all that green coming in. Beautiful. Love to see it. That's what we need to see is all that green. That means people are buying. We are full positioned in with two contracts. Like I said, kind of what we're anticipating. This may not be the, I guess the bottom of the full move, but we're kind of anticipating things stalling out and pulling back up. Maybe even to go retest the moving average up here. Or if this is the bottom, then we are looking. Then it could go back up to the support or this resistance up here. Let's see. Like I said, we'll let it play out. Our average price is 94.75. I guess my notepad is going to be my new my new trading journal. I don't know what to do with my my one that I write in trading. Oh, look at this thing. I'm literally writing trading journal. That's not what I need. Trade number two, average price 5094.75. All right, nice little green candle. So this is a pretty nice little bottom here. Little doji candle or spinning top, I guess you could say. And then this wick is a nice, obviously means like a lot of buying coming in. Um, what we're gonna have to pay attention to is this again, moving average, see if it'll break above it. If it breaks above it, then we'll be looking for the slow moving average or the fast moving average. If we break above that, then we could see this thing kind of make its way back up to the level of resistance here. As we get some green, some buying going in, we could potentially see MACD starting to curl up. It's a good sign. Um, so we're just gonna kind of wait this thing out, see, let this one play, and see how it goes. Oh, let it ride, baby. Let it ride. It's almost like, and I guess we'll learn more about this as we go and get better at trading it. But it's like you let the price action tell you when to enter, and you let the indicators verify or validate your trade almost. Um, because right now, again, we saw these wicks come down, which means a lot of buying coming in. So again, we entered thinking that this is kind of the bottom of our move, and we did kind of anticipate it. This is the middle line of where of our zone. So again, that could have acted as a level support. We have our trend line that was here, another kind of potential support level. So not a bad situation here. If it goes against us, then that's fine. If it's not, like I said, not every trade is going to be a winner. But if we can put enough indicators together or enough of a case together for us to justify making a trade, that means we can feel more confident about about the trade going in our favor. So good amount of interest in the 102, the 102s. Got good amount of interest in the 97s as well. So let's see if this who's going to win this. There's more interest in the 198s right here. 198s, or excuse me, just the 98s. But there's a good amount of people looking to buy the 98s. 98 seems to be the level that people are wanting to buy in at. It's the most interest. And there's some, like I said, there's kind of some interest up at the top, the 102s. Less than a minute left. Oh, just kidding. New candle. MACD starting to flatten. So if this candle does decide to continue going north, that means the next one will should be a nice little curl up. So and moving or RSI started to kind of gradually go up as well. This next candle is going to be pretty crucial. It's going to pretty kind of decide if we're going to get a buy signal or a continuation, I guess, because we already bought. But it's a dark night. Look at all that selling coming in, man. Do we hold or do we close for a winner? We hold. A lot of sell coming in. Kind of in between. There's a good amount of buying that just came in. Look at all that. Look at all that green. Oh man, a lot of fills. Oh, look at all that green. It looks like Christmas. Looks like Christmas. Green, 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 green. It's like the I like a Price is Right bill. Ding, 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 ding. Green, green, green. Wait, again, we're back to like the original thing. We need to break over the moving average. Our slow one, her orange line, 50 102.50 is our level that we need to break. Which there's a good amount of interest in selling up there, but no, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the buying is kind of more. We're almost to that 10 o'clock point. We could be getting the turnaround early. It's amazing how quickly. I mean, time almost kind of flies. It's a dark night, heaven on my shoulder. It's getting colder. All I know is I gotta ride. Oh, Alexa, connect to my phone.
Searching. Now connected to Braden's iPhone.
Nice. Friends. No more thing I thought I knew was all everyone must be loved by you. Ooh, ooh. We really need some more. We really need this thing to pump up if we're gonna follow the upside. Don't know if we're gonna get that. We're gonna close this, take a small profit. I think this thing's about to fall down. I don't think we fully got the move yet. Since we closed that small trade, we could have waited, but I like for me to feel a little more confident. The MACD just hadn't quite gotten to where I would like it. It's not as close. I'd like to wait to see if it gets closer. We may have some slippage here. It may slip down a little bit before making the move up. So kind of gonna wait for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We took a small, very, very small one. We're now at $150 in profit. I'm not even really gonna log that. I guess I probably should log it. but we closed. Again, it's almost like so. I thought so. These are pretty good signs for an upside, but it's just there wasn't enough aligning for me like to be like, okay, we're about to get our move up. So because this is still like it's still struggling to stay above. So it came up, hit the moving average, but came all the way down, and still staying below this middle line. So um, I guess in a way that still kind of it more or less favors the downside. Not gonna lie. So and again, we have till 10:15, so we might actually ride this. You might sell it and let's uh let's ride the downside. See if it'll finish. It'll fill up down to the zone there. We probably could get it. It probably will. Going now, right now. So the trade we were doing earlier was going against the trend. This trade is lined up with the trend. So this easily could have just been like a little again like a nice pullback to gain some more more room to come down. So we're running short. You're gonna look to size in a little bit here. There we go. Very nice. Let it pull back a little bit. My size in, or it could just sink down right here. We would need it to break below this wick here, the 90.75. Oh, I almost hit the close button. Size in, two contracts in. So I got a little bit of tolerance that we can handle. One minute left on this candle. Let's just see. Okay, nice finish out there. I think we're about to see the continuation of this pattern here. Obviously, like I said, we kind of need this thing to break below these wicks here. But that was pretty nice. It came down. Buyers tried to pull it up, and then the sellers managed to loop to win that candle and keep it going down. So you know, guess you could see this thing again. We could see this thing kind of fill down to this range again before we make a full move back up. The RSI and MACD are still pointing in our favor a little bit. Haven't gotten any curl up yet. This is what it did yesterday. it would go down, kind of slightly come back up, and then continue go up, come and then continue going down. So good amount of buying just came in right there. Side you can come up. How far I run. As you can come up. I haven't too bad. So we're gonna set our take profit right at this line. So if it breaks through it, then we'll obviously that's the point of it. So if we do fill down the zone here, then or fill this range. I do think if it does fill the range, I think that would probably be the extent of the move. But again, the way things are kind of looking, we broke down through the middle, and yeah, I mean that's basically it. I feel like we are gonna fill the zone here. Like to see a good amount of red come in on this side. So I feel like that bottom of the range is going to be like again our the extent of our fall. If it does even get all the way down there, it's one thing we have to kind of pay attention to because it may not fall all the way down, it may not fully fill the range, but obviously this we definitely need to see this break through these wicks here because it's hit these levels and wicked right up, which we don't want. A lot of green just came through right there. Just need a bunch of red. Bunch of red. Come on. Send her down. Dang. A lot of green right there. Look at that. A lot of green. Trying to hold it up. And then there's a lot of red. Sometimes dreams and dreams. The wild things on. Need to break. Need to break these wicks, man. We need them to break. things off. A lot of green right there. Whole book of green. A lot of green, man. It's a lot of buying in, but just see what it does. Now will the wildlings all. There's some red coming in there. It's still kind of at an impact, like kind of like a standstill here. A lot of green that just came in right there. A lot of green right there. Is it gonna wick down, or is this our pull back up? It's gonna wick off, or we're gonna is this our pump? Is it gonna fail? Come on, fall down, wick down, wick off, wick down. Still staying below this previous one, so we're gonna hold it. We got less than a minute left on this candle. Let's see if it stays below. If it stays below the midline and stays below the trend line, could come right back down. Right things to do, baby. All right, so slight curl up on the MACD. See what this candle does. It was able to stay below the midline, also stay below the trend line. So a lot of selling just came in right there. A lot of red. See if it's enough to pull it all the way back down. Hold strong, hold strong. Let's see if it can go all the way down and break. So we got this. It pulled back up, went down, pulled back up to a lower, came down, pulled back up. Now we're going to see if it's either going to fully fall down or if this is going to be the bottom of our move here. Really needs to break here. Oh, there we go. A lot of red across the board right there. A lot of red coming in. Really needed to break these levels. If it wicks up again on this like kind of on a higher, a little bit higher, then we might close it and call it a day here on this trade. But let's just we're been this patient. That's a lot of selling right there. Look at that. Oh, come on. Be enough to break it down. Come on. Do it. Look at all that red. Sell off, baby. Sell off. Sell off. Yes, sell off. Go off. Do it. Keep going. Sell it. Yes, break. Oh, yeah, baby. We're feeling all the way down. We are feeling all the way down. Let it go. Let it go. Buyers trying to hold it up. Sellers coming in. Let it go, baby. Go hit my line. Go fill the range. Go fill it. Go hit it. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Go hit my line. Oh, look at all that buying coming in. Oh, even more selling. Come on. You're already falling. Keep going. Go fill my line. Go fill the range. Bye bye. Adios. Sayonara. See you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go hit my line. Go hit it. Yep, you're good. Just keep falling. Just keep dying. There we go. Yep, keep on going. Yep, 11. Here comes 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No. Come on. Go hit my line. Go hit it. Come on. Just hit it. Yes. We got it. Wow. It must have wicked without, like, showing it. We got close. Heck yeah, man. That's, there must have been, oh, it's, that's where we're at. Taking that profits. I don't care if this thing keeps going down. We took our profits. We locked it in. We're up $300 on the day. That trade was a little bit, actually, the risk to reward might have been pretty similar. Um, let's look at our orders here. I think our risk reward would have been pretty similar. Trade two. So I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so we're gonna put an asterisk on this one, only because we got out of it. Sold because not due to not enough evidence to support position. Closed before it became a loser. And then so trade number three was our real, like, I guess our next trade. Um, what was our average on that? I wonder if, now I'm not looking at it, I wonder if it's waking up. Yeah, it's probably gonna wake back up. Whatever. We got our two solid trades there. Let's see, trade number three. We were pretty close. Our average cost was 94.75. Oh, I did write it down. Wait, it's not our most recent trade, is it? I guess it is. Oh yeah, 'cause the other one we bought. So my average price on this was okay. That makes sense. So our sell, well, that's like almost identical. That's pretty crazy. So our average cost was 94.5. Uh, average price, average cost, whatever. Average cost with two contracts, and then we exit We exited at 5079.75. Nice exit there. Looks like it's jumping right off that zone too. That's beautiful. Um, if we're gonna keep playing this, we'll have to just see if it's gonna again kind of same thing. We're gonna have to see if this if our indicators start turning around to show us some that we're done with the move. If it falls through, I mean, and it falls through, and we make even more money, or we try to get re-entered and play again. Uh, but we're gonna wait for that. So exit. So we did 5079.75 minus, or excuse me, 5094.75 minus 5079.75. 15-point move. 15 points times 4, which is equal to, oh, it's 60 ticks, which is equal to 1.25 per contract, $75 profit per contract times 2 contracts equals $150. So, yeah, $150 profit. And then our drawdown, I think, so we got up to, we were at 94.5, and we held it for, we held this a little bit longer. So 94.5, we were up to 501.25 is the top. 50 or 5125 minus 5094.75. That's 5.5 points. That was our. We did hold it a little longer, but we were. I guess for me, I was pretty confident in that trade, or felt good about that position. A little bit more of a drawback than we would have liked, but hindsight's 2020. We're good. So that's 4. That's 22 point. That's 22 ticks, which is equal to $27.5 per contract, which is equal to $55 a drawdown. Okay. So $55 a drawdown. So that makes our R to R basically 3. 2.75. So like essentially, yeah. So rounding up, I guess. So R to R was a 1 to 3 on that trade. Pretty good. Pretty good. Exited at a good spot. Didn't get too greedy on it. We hit our number there. Kind of expected it to break through the line at least a little bit, and that's what we got. Um, yeah. So now we're up $300 on the day. Very very nice. We shoot if we just keep kind of doing what we're doing here and just keep getting like $150 and making those moves, then shoot, that stuff adds up very quickly. We could. Here's the thing. We could close out and be done for the day. $300 is a solid profit. Um, but it's only 10 o'clock, so we do want to kind of stay in the game here. And being that we're on the micros, man, like if we keep getting nice moves like that and can stay mentally stay in the game here, um, shoot, I'll collect $150 profits all day, every day of the week. Those things add up. We got 2 trades in, we're up 150. So if we want to get to a grand, basically we need like 4 more trades, 5 more trades, 6, yeah, or 7, yeah, 7 trades basically puts us at a grand. Um, And this is starting to look like the possible bottom that we were talking about. Don't want to enter yet because these haven't curled up quite yet. Uh, RSI did officially get oversold, and it is at the bottom of our range. So pretty solid case for it to go up. We'll see what this thing does. We're gonna do what we did a second ago when we had that first trade. We're gonna take a break, take a second, step away from the computer, and come back and see what we see. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Actually, you know what? That being said, just to keep this thing light and short, we're already at 2 hours on our live stream here. So and you guys, I think you were able to see some pretty good trades, some good opportunities here. So we're gonna call it a day right there, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys tomorrow.